Well, welcome everybody. My name is Veronica Farmer and I'm an intuitive healer and meditation guide. And today we are very lucky to be offered this session by the wonderful sponsorship of Federal Family Lawyers, who care so much about the community that they want this opportunity to have some time to deeply breathe and calm in the midst of an unusual time that we're all experiencing right now. As it becomes, I guess, the new normal for us, our body adjusts in many different ways. And today's guided meditation will be around recognizing some of the wee triggers that we get in the body, taking more notice of these triggers as they jump into our awareness. When we are triggered, our body can get unusual niggles and pains, and these are not random necessarily. These can be an indication that something is a little off, and usually the only way your body can communicate with you is to give you this little niggle or give you that small headache, or if you're feeling like you've got a huge amount on your shoulders and you don't realize it, that you've got your shoulders up like earrings, that tightness can then create a lot of discomfort through the neck, through the shoulders. And I see it a lot with people that feel that they're carrying a lot of responsibility through shoulders and back. So that can be a feeling of, who has my back, at the moment. So a lot of these little niggles and things are popping up in many people. And so what do you do about it? Because it's always about what are the solutions. So in our meditation today, we are going to bring that calm through the body as we always do. But we're going to bring a new awareness of noticing when those little niggles pop up. What could my body be telling me? Could it be telling me that it's okay for me to rest? Could it be telling me that I'm taking care of everybody else's needs, but not my own? And, quite often I think we're trained to only take some time out if we're sick, only take some time out if we've got something wrong in our body. So before it goes from a little niggle into, something that needs intense physio care or other, types of support medically, it's really great to have a greater awareness of your body and notice those niggles as they pop up. Recognize them, and then understand that it's actually okay for you to take some time out to breathe, to say to your partner or your family, or to work, hey, I just need half an hour just to get outside, to take a break, to have a nap, whatever it requires to get my body back into a place of calm again. So that's the focus for today, and let's begin working our way through calming our body. And the intention is to have a greater awareness of the messages our body is giving us. Let's begin with our breath. As we breathe in to the count of 5, you bring that breath in and release the shoulders. As we breathe out to the count of 5, you relax the belly, the thighs, the hips. Let it go, that sense of lengthening there. And again, in for 5. Releasing the shoulders, letting them go. Breathing out. Relax the belly, relax the bum, relax the thighs. Feeling that sense of length. Witnessing and realizing as you do take those long, delicious breaths in for 5 and out, just how tight the body may have been before you started this breathing. Breathing in, releasing the shoulders in for 5. Breathing out, relaxing the belly, the bum, the thighs, lengthening, a great sense of lengthening the legs. And this is a breath that we will continue to use during this calming time. See if you can pinpoint what it is for you, which part of the body it is for you that you tend to get those little messages of slow down, calm down, I'm overwhelmed, I'm carrying too much responsibility. Where is it in your body? And that, as I said, is our focus for today. Start to notice. For some of us, it may be you get really tired, sore eyes. For some of us, it may be a digestive issue that pops up. For others, it might be a sore shoulders, back pain, knee pain. So recognizing or having a sense here of where in your body you tend to send that little niggle when you've been doing too much. And as you do, I'd like you to breathe into that area. Have a sense of pouring warm, oxygenated blood flow, lymph, healing, white cells into that part of your body. As you breathe in for 5, flooding that area with warmth. Don't concern yourself with too many stories about what's going on there or what you've been told about that area by a healthcare professional. Just quite simply flooding that area with the possibility of being heard, of being warmed, of being soothed. As you breathe in long and deep, flood that area of the body with real awareness and warmth. Now letting that gently continue, and the idea is that will continue over the next 72 hours for you, very naturally, very beautifully, just more of a focus, if you like, of your immune system, of your healing systems in the body, coming into that area and bringing more soothing. Now, with that going on lovingly in the background, now, what I would love you to bring your awareness to is a part of your body that is really strong. Is it those amazing calves of yours that are so fierce? You could get on a bike for a day and they just keep going. Is it your arms? Is it the way that you feel that breath through the strong aquiline nose? Where? Is it your hands? Strong feet, brave feet. What I want you to do is to pinpoint an area of the body that is a strong area for you. And as you do, breathe into that space. Strength, calm, and gratitude for that powerful area of the body that you know is your strongest area. With that happening, sending a bit of love from that area of the body now into the part of your body that you know struggles from time to time, the area we pinpointed before. Sending some of the wisdom from the strong part of the body to wrap, soothe like warm arms. An awareness of newness, of possibility into that space. And now just surrendering that, letting that go, and know that again, this will continue on for the next 72 hours. That strong part of your body will continue to cheeky nudge that part of your body that might need a bit of extra care. And at the same time, your whole body is bringing its immune system power and other healing processes within the body into that area that needs a bit of extra care. So just letting that go as you breathe in for 5 and breathe out for 5. Open the mouth and really let that breath go on this out breath. And then sweetly making a commitment to yourself, a kind of a quiet, gentle commitment to yourself That if you get any niggles or a sense of discomfort into those areas of the body, they are not as strong. That instead of just waving it off, instead of just throwing back, a Panadol and continuing on with what you're doing, that you will listen to that secret little quiet nudge in the body before it becomes a roar, and give yourself more time that you need to rest. There's a couple of societies and island nations on this planet where the people routinely live way into their 115th, 120th year. Believe it or not, these societies, the Okinawans, the Iberians, off the coast of Turkey, off the coast of Japan, these people live very long, healthy lives. Cancer is almost unheard of. Hypertension, diabetes, almost unheard of there. Now, what these people do, which is quite gorgeous, is that they nap. They nap after lunch, in the middle of the afternoon, just a short nap. But they understand the power that comes with that little reboot. And these people tend to live fairly simple lives. They eat produce and fruit and vegetables that come out of the ocean and off their gardens. They spend a lot of time walking because these are small nations. It's a beautiful, gentle life, very connected to nature, that can be tricky for us to achieve here in our busy lives. But if we're wanting real health, we need to pinch a few of these ideas. So if something that this COVID time has taught us, it's about slowing down. It's about being okay to stop. And I don't think any of us are that excited about returning back to rushing, and we shouldn't be, because it's incredibly damaging to our immune system. Breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. Release the shoulders, let them go. Giving yourself permission, even if your training has been since you were small, that taking a break, taking a rest, taking a nap is a bad thing. It's not for you. It's for everyone else, but not for you. Just be cheeky with yourself as you begin to notice if there are any messages as you go on now with your body that require you to slow down. The irony is, the slowing down can make our blood flow so much more beautifully through the front of our brain. So your decision making is clearer, wiser. Breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. Have a sense of your feet. Have a sense of the length between the top of your head and your feet. Long, long arms. Great distance between the top of your head and your toes. Breathing in for 5, flooding the face slowly from forehead down to chin. As you breathe out, letting go, releasing tightness through the forehead, between the eyebrows, under the eyes, across the cheekbones, and down into the jaw. Do some work here, really unwinding the jaw. Notice how at times you can really grit that jaw and it tightens right up the jawbone into the ear. Breathe long and deep, a playful feeling as you release and calm the whole face. Feel it easy, feel it calmer, soothed. Breathe in for 5 and out for 5. Take that warm flood of breath down the throat now. See how that warm flood of breath is moving its way, releasing the back of the shoulders, easing across the shoulders as you breathe. If you need to just gently wind one shoulder back, then the other, do so. Maybe over the course of this week, you might have picked somebody up there and popped them in your backpack of emotions. You know, in the work that we're involved in, and for many of us in professional services, you're helping people. They have big stories to share. Just in this moment here, being aware. If you have picked any of those up, you've done this in a loving way. But recognizing that your greatest gift is to be the kind, wise observer. As you breathe in and out, just gently shrug that backpack off your shoulders, a sense of placing it near you so it is safe, respected, and taken care of. But you haven't got this person sitting on one shoulder, somebody else sitting on that one. Instead, it's more of a gentle awareness of who you are guiding and supporting, but it's not weighing you down. Those emotions are not weighing you down. Breathe in here. Flood the whole body with warmth like sunlight. And breathing out, opening the mouth, letting go. You will feel something release here. Intention is to have your back a place of wisdom, a place of strength, observational, loving, calm wisdom. Not rattled, not overwhelmed. And therefore, that energy that you are holding in this calm, feel that now through the shoulders, this calm, beautiful, wise, regal place is an energy that is felt by anyone who is dealing with you. Ironically, as well, if you're writing an email. As you take that moment, do 2 or 3 of these long, deep breaths, take a few moments to unwind the shoulders, you will find that you're not spitting things out in intense language, maybe. It's coming more from that place of well-thought wisdom, which is more effortless, which is more beautifully received, and gets you the outcome you're looking for. Take a long, deep breath here. Send that intention of calm, observational, wide, long game wisdom down the arms now. Feel that running down the arms into the wrists. And now flooding the palms, flooding the hands, wise, amazing hands. Almost as if these guys, the hands of yours, are the first line of defense. If you're typing something, there's a sense of wisdom, almost as if the hands pull back and go, okay, take a moment, take a breath. Now I know how to place this so beautifully, because you do know how to place things so beautifully. Big breath here, in and out. As you do, widen, feel the upper chest here widening, expanding. Releasing the tightness, the contraction, if there is any, through the chest. Your intention is to notice any contracted feelings, widen and surrender in this breathing work. It's a vulnerable feeling to open and widen, and sometimes it can almost feel quite emotional. However, it is cleansing. It's like a shower for your insides, picking up the old suitcases that you might be holding from this client last Thursday to the phone call from your sister last week, and saying, okay, I can breathe in, I can witness this, I can get the message, And then as I breathe out, I can release it calmly. I can understand it with more of a beautiful helicopter view. If anything that this time is teaching us, it is about valuing the importance of the day, valuing the importance of our time, our words, and our actions. As you breathe in and out, building and growing this connection with the unheard often story of the body. As you begin to breathe more warmth down now into the belly, this is where we have those gut feelings. And you've all had those where you're just about to send off an email, but something's going, not just yet. Because maybe, just maybe, this amazing body of yours has more of a connection to the wider knowing than you realize. And then by waiting that half an hour, having that lunch break, having that few breaths, bam, in comes that remembered idea. Or in comes that other piece of information, and there it is, the jigsaw piece. Just by taking that time to listen to your gut knowing, because it's wise. We know that the brain talks to deep into the microbiome of the belly all day, and the belly then communicates back up into the brain. Everything you've ever read, ever watched, conversations even you've overheard, all of it coming together in a swim of information. Some of it's brilliant if you can give it a little bit of time to percolate. Taking a beautiful, deep, long breath in here and out, releasing that lower back, a sense of widening the muscles of the lower back here. Ribbons of muscles calming and widening. You know, it's interesting how often it is only when we are sick that we can take that quiet time out, or we allow our time to be held in with ourselves, I guess. Making an agreement now, if you start to feel any niggles, any discomfort, that you will give yourself that time, because it is sacred time, wise time, to get clearer in mind and body. And it's not just us as well. Look at those around you. Everyone's reacting in different ways at the moment. As you breathe in for 5 here, and breathe out, releasing the hips and the thighs. This is where often we're holding feelings of how we care about those around us, or those we're responsible for. As you're releasing that part of your body and unwinding and calming that, giving yourself more of a sense of patience and wisdom, realizing that not everybody feels things the same way we do, or has the same level of connection to their bodies. Often when people are being very ratty, it's because they're scared. So just warm eye contact, you know, careful words of how are you doing? Take a breath. Can be a real lifesaver for many. Relax and release the knees. And send that running warmth down the back of the calves. Gently twist and turn the ankles in just one way and then another. Just beginning to allow that warmth to run into the feet. If you have little children around you and they're getting overwhelmed, or they're full on, or they're talky, Great thing to get them to do and to look it up if you don't know what this pose is get them to drop into child's pose. And it's such a lovely thing to do for all of us, where you hunker down like a little snail and you let your arms flop behind you, poke your bum back, and just let your forehead touch the floor. There's something about that pose that just takes you into when you're feeling overwhelmed, don't feel weird about jumping into that pose. It's just for a few minutes. It brings greater blood flow into the brain, promotes a long, deep breath, lengthens the spine. It feels good. Gently wiggle the toes. Gently, keep your eyes closed, wiggling the fingers. Feeling a sense of what's happening in terms of warmth through the scalp here. With this next breath and with deep intention, run warmth from deep within the scalp right to the ends of your hair, and at the same time from the scalp deep into the brain. A flooding warmth, a sigh, a deep breath here. In for 5. Sigh it out like you mean it. No one can hear you. Let it go. Notice the length through the body. A greater distance between the top of the head and the feet. Breathe length down the back of the neck. Feel a great distance between the shoulders and the fingertips, between the hips and the feet. Now as you breathe in, flood the whole body with sunlight, with warmth, as if you are sunlight covered in this beautiful skin. Now the next breath, you know it, flood your whole room you're in with warmth. A clean up, right into the walls, into the floor, into the ceiling, washing and cleansing, sprinkling for that room. More peace, more observational calm, more soothing. The intention is, as you walk through the doorway to this room that you're currently in, it's like a shower of calm. As you leave it at the end of the day or during the day, what is the problem is left at the door? And you can do this right at your front gate if it's your home, a sense of a little bit of a shower washing away, letting go. It's very important to do that at the end of every day, particularly if you've been dealing with a lot of challenging situations or difficult people. You can make that at the front door of your home. You could make that as you step into your car. But a letting go process of these deep breaths. Knowing that as you go to bed of an evening, you're truly letting that day go. And knowing that you've done the very best that you could in those moments with what you had. Now, sometimes it's not perfect, but you're a human being, not a human perfect. So be kind to yourself this week. And notice any niggles. Notice any feelings. And be kind to your body when you do. And ask yourself, have a sense of it. What do I need? Do I need to go and make myself a warm drink? Do I need to take a few breaths before I answer this text or call? Do I need a nap? Enjoy taking some time listening to your body this week until we meet again. And now wiggle those fingers and toes and bring them above your head and take a long, delicious, beautiful cat stretch, fingers to toes. Sigh it out. Wriggle back those shoulders a little bit. Don't rush up. Take a few breaths here to be kind to yourself until we meet again. Thank you, beautiful team at Federoff Family Lawyers, for offering this little magical intervention into the beautiful universe of our bodies so that we can find more calm, so that we can release overwhelm, and we can be infinitely more wise in how we communicate. I wish you a beautiful week. Until next week, take care.